Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered why some people have millions of dollars but still don't feel happy, while others with much less money live peaceful and fulfilling lives? The truth is, earning money is only half the story. The real challenge is knowing how to spend it wisely. In today's video, we're going to explore the powerful book, The Art of Spending Money: Simple Choices for a Richer Life by Morgan Housel. This book doesn't teach you how to become rich overnight. Instead, it teaches you something even more valuable: how to use your money to create a happier, more meaningful, and more peaceful life. So if you want to stop wasting money, avoid common financial mistakes, and learn how to spend in a way that improves your life, then stay with me until the very end. Now, without wasting any more time, let's begin our journey into the art of spending money. Imagine if I gave you $1 million today. What would you do? Would you buy a luxury car, a huge house, the latest iPhone, expensive clothes? Now here's a bigger question. Would those things actually make you happy? Most people spend years trying to earn money, but very few people ever learn how to spend it wisely. And that's exactly what this book teaches. This isn't a book about becoming rich. It's about using your money to build a richer life. By the end of this video, you'll completely change the way you think about money, happiness, success, and spending. Let's begin. Let's start with the introduction. The book, The Art of Spending Money, is written by Morgan Housel, the best-selling author of The Psychology of Money. In The Psychology of Money, he explained how people earn, save, and invest money. But in this book, he answers a different question. What should we do after we have money? Because earning money is only half of the journey. Knowing how to spend it is the other half. Many people become rich but never become happy. Others earn very little but enjoy every day of their lives. Why? Because spending money is not about numbers. It's about emotions. It's about understanding yourself. It's about knowing what truly matters. Morgan Housel says that money is not science. Money is an art. There is no perfect formula. The same thing that makes one person happy may make another person miserable. So instead of copying others, we must learn what truly makes us happy. Now start with lesson number 1. Money is a tool, not the goal. The first lesson of the book is simple. Money is a tool, nothing more. Think about a hammer. A hammer helps you build a house, but nobody buys a hammer just to admire it. Money is the same. It is supposed to help you build a better life, but many people forget that. Instead of using money, they start serving money. They work day and night. They sacrifice their health. They ignore their family. They miss important moments, all because they believe, if I earn a little more, I'll finally be happy. But happiness never comes, because every time they earn more, they immediately want even more. This becomes an endless race. Morgan Housel says many rich people spend their entire lives chasing money without ever learning how to enjoy it. Imagine climbing a mountain. You reach the top. Instead of enjoying the view, someone points to another mountain, so you start climbing again, then another, and another. Your whole life becomes climbing. You never stop to enjoy where you are. That's how many people live. Money should give you freedom, not slavery. The purpose of money is not to impress strangers. It's to improve your own life. Whenever you spend money, ask yourself, is this helping me live better? Or, am I buying this only because I want other people to notice me? That single question can save you thousands of dollars. Lesson number 2, stop trying to impress people. One of the biggest mistakes people make is spending money to look rich. Luxury clothes, luxury watches, luxury cars, expensive phones. Why? Because they want respect. But Morgan Housel says something surprising. People don't admire your expensive things as much as you think. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves. When someone buys a luxury car, they imagine everyone is looking at them. But in reality, people look for only a few seconds, then go back to their own lives. So what did you really buy? Not respect, only temporary attention. And temporary attention is very expensive. Real respect comes from your character, your honesty, your kindness, your knowledge, your discipline. Nobody truly loves someone because of a watch. People remember how you made them feel, not what brand you wore. The author explains that people often spend money to gain attention, but lasting admiration comes from who you are, not what you own. Lesson number 3, happiness comes from contentment. Many people think, if I buy this one thing, I'll finally be happy. But after buying it, the excitement lasts only a few days. Then they want something else. This happens because of something called dopamine. Dopamine always wants something new. A new phone, a new bike, a new house, a new achievement. It never says, this is enough. That's why chasing happiness through shopping never ends. Morgan Housel says the happiest people are not those who have the most. They are the people who can honestly say, I already have enough. Being content doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It simply means appreciating what you already have while still working toward a better future. A person earning 30,000 rupees a month can live a joyful life if they're grateful and spend on what truly matters. A millionaire can still feel miserable if they constantly compare themselves to billionaires. Contentment is one of the greatest forms of wealth. Lesson number 4, stop comparing yourself to others. Now let's talk about one of the biggest reasons people waste money. Comparison. Imagine you're happy with your phone. It works perfectly. It takes great photos. You're completely satisfied. Then one day your friend buys the newest smartphone. Suddenly your phone feels old. But here's the truth. Nothing about your phone actually changed. Only your comparison changed. Morgan Housel explains that comparison is one of the biggest traps in life. Social media makes this even worse because we constantly see people showing only the best parts of their lives. Every day we see luxury vacations, designer clothes, expensive restaurants, luxury cars, perfect homes. It feels like everyone else is living a dream. But remember, the social media is a highlight reel. People show their successes. They rarely show their stress, debt, loneliness, or problems. When you compare your real life to someone else's highlights, you'll always feel behind. The author says something powerful. Being jealous of what others have is like letting strangers decide your happiness. Instead of asking, why don't I have what they have? Ask yourself, do I even want that? Many times the answer is no. You only wanted it because someone else had it. Real happiness begins when you stop copying other people's dreams and start creating your own. Lesson number 5. Freedom is more valuable than luxury. Most people think money is for buying expensive things. Morgan Housel disagrees. He says the greatest thing money can buy is freedom. Freedom means waking up without constant financial stress. Freedom means spending time with your family. Freedom means choosing work you enjoy instead of work you hate. Freedom means saying no to things that don't match your values. Imagine two people. The first owns a luxury car, a huge house, and expensive clothes. But he has massive loans. He works 14 hours every day just to pay his bills. The second person drives a simple car, lives in a modest home, has savings, no debt, and plenty of free time. Who is actually richer? Most people would say the first, but Morgan Housel would say the second. Because true wealth is not about what you own. It's about how much control you have over your own life. Money should buy time, not more pressure. Many people become slaves to the lifestyle they created. They keep buying bigger things. Then they must keep earning more money to maintain them. That isn't freedom. That's another kind of prison. Lesson number 6, the hidden cost of expensive things. When we buy something expensive, we usually think only about the price, but that's not the real cost. Imagine buying a luxury car. You don't just pay for the car, you pay for insurance, maintenance, fuel, repairs, parking, higher expectations, and maybe even pressure to buy more luxury items. Morgan Housel says every expensive lifestyle creates invisible responsibilities. The same happens with a huge house. You need more furniture, more cleaning, higher electricity bills, more maintenance. What looked like freedom slowly becomes responsibility. Before buying anything, ask yourself, will this make my life simpler or more complicated? Sometimes the simplest life is actually the richest one. Owning fewer things often means having fewer worries. Lesson number 7, don't let money become your identity. Some people become so obsessed with money that it becomes their entire identity. Every conversation is about investing. Every decision is about making more money. Every minute is spent thinking about wealth. At first, this may sound smart, but over time, money stops serving them. Instead, they begin serving money. Morgan Housel asks an important question. Is money your tool or your master? If your happiness depends only on your bank balance, then your happiness will always be fragile. You are much more than your salary, much more than your possessions, much more than your investments, your kindness, your honesty, your relationships, your character. These are things money can never replace. Money is part of life. It should never become your whole life. Lesson number 8, the best investment isn't always money. Many people think the best investment is buying stocks, or property, or gold. Those are good investments. But Morgan Housel reminds us of something even more valuable. Invest in memories. Invest in your family. Invest in your health. Invest in learning. Invest in experiences you'll remember for the rest of your life. Years from now, you probably won't remember every gadget you bought, but you'll remember the vacation with your parents, the meal with your friends, the conversations with people you love. The happiest memories in life usually don't come from buying more things. They come from spending meaningful time with meaningful people. Lesson number 9, spend money on people, not just possessions. Now let's talk about one of the most beautiful lessons in this book. Morgan Housel says that the people who truly love you don't care about how much money you have. They care about something much more valuable, your time. Think about your childhood. Do you remember every toy your parents bought you? Probably not, but you do remember the moments you laughed together, the family trips, the bedtime stories, the festivals you celebrated, the conversations around the dinner table. These memories stay with us forever. The author explains that money can buy gifts, but it cannot replace love, attention, and emotional support. Children may enjoy expensive presents for a while, but what they remember most is how their parents treated them in the time they spent together. The same is true for our parents, our spouse, our friends, and our loved ones. A thoughtful conversation is often worth more than an expensive gift. A weekend spent together can create memories that last a lifetime. Money should strengthen relationships. It should never replace them. Lesson number 10. Lead by example, especially with children. If you have children one day, or even younger siblings, remember this. They learn more from what you do than from what you say. If they see you constantly chasing expensive things, they'll believe that's what success looks like. But if they see you being kind, living simply, helping others, saving wisely, and enjoying life without showing off, they'll learn those habits naturally. Morgan Housel reminds us that children are always watching. They copy our actions more than our words. Teach them that money is important, but character is priceless. Teach them that honesty is more valuable than luxury. Teach them that kindness creates more respect than wealth ever can. The greatest inheritance you can leave isn't money, it's values. Lesson number 11, live according to your values, not society's expectations. Every day the world tells us, buy more, earn more, own more, show more. But the author asks us a different question. What kind of life do you actually want? Maybe your dream isn't a mansion. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's time with your family. Maybe it's reading books. Maybe it's traveling. Maybe it's helping people. Maybe it's building something meaningful. There is nothing wrong with wanting nice things. The problem begins when we buy them only because society expects us to. The happiest people don't follow every trend. They know themselves. They spend confidently on what truly matters to them and happily ignore everything else. That is real financial wisdom. Final lesson, a rich life is not about money. As we reach the end of this book, one message becomes crystal clear. Being rich and living a rich life are not the same thing. A person with millions of rupees can still feel empty. Another person with a simple income can sleep peacefully every night. Why? Because true wealth isn't measured only by your bank account. It's measured by your freedom, your peace of mind, your health, your relationships, your memories, your purpose, and your ability to say, I have enough. Morgan Housel reminds us that the best use of money is to support the life you truly want, not the life others expect you to live. Money should remain your servant, never become your master. At the end of your life, people won't remember the brand of your car. They won't remember your phone. They won't remember how expensive your clothes were. They'll remember your kindness, your honesty, your generosity, the way you made them feel. That is the true measure of success. So what is the biggest lesson from the art of spending money? Money is one of the most powerful tools in the world. It can buy comfort, education, health, experiences, freedom, and opportunities. But it cannot buy love. It cannot buy respect. It cannot buy peace of mind. And it cannot buy happiness unless you already know what truly matters. The goal isn't to become the richest person in the room. The goal is to build a life that makes you excited to wake up every morning. Spend your money on things that bring lasting value. Spend on experiences. Spend on learning. Spend on health. Spend on people you love. And never spend your life trying to impress people who don't truly care. Because in the end, the richest person is not the one who owns the most. The richest person is the one who needs the least and appreciates the most. If you enjoyed this book summary and learned something valuable, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who wants a better relationship with money. Let me know in the comments. What is one lesson from this book that changed your thinking? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, spend wisely, live simply, and stay curious.